final nail in Meg's coffin. Meghan Markle was too American-led to culture clash with royals. When the world first learned that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were dating, there was immediate and widespread concern about the possibility of a culture clash between Meghan and the royal family. Meghan is a woman of color, an American, an actress, and an activist. Needless to say, the experiences that shaped her are very different from the ones encountered by any of the royals. Optimists hoped that the Queen and company would come around when once they witnessed the depth and intensity of Meghan and Harry's love. Sadly, that didn't turn out to be the case, and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex eventually stepped down from their roles as senior members of the royal family in order to start a new, more liberated life in America. While Harry and Meghan are said to be much happier in Southern California than they ever were in London, many of the tensions that defined their time in the UK have followed them overseas. Take, for example, the allegations that Meghan bullied her staff while living at Kensington Palace. The Duchess of Sussex is said to be saddened by a report, days before the broadcast of an interview with Oprah Winfrey, claiming she faced a bullying complaint at Kensington Palace. The Times reported that a complaint was made in October 2018 by Jason Knauf, then the Sussex's communications secretary, which alleged Meghan had driven two personal assistants out of the household and was undermining the confidence of a third staff member. Her spokesman said, "The Duchess is saddened by this latest attack on her character, particularly as someone who has been the target of bullying herself and is deeply committed to supporting those who have experienced pain and trauma. She is determined to continue her work building compassion around the world and will keep striving to set an example for doing what is right and doing what is good." Buckingham Palace did not comment. The Times reported that sources had said they felt only a partial version had emerged of Meghan's 2 years as a working member of the royal family. The complaint was said to have been made in October 2018 by Knauf, who was the couple's communications secretary at the time. Prince Harry was reported by sources to have pleaded with Knauf not to pursue it. Now a new book by Christopher Anderson entitled Brother and Wives, Inside the Private Lives of William, Kate, Harry, and Meghan has shed new light on the bogus claims that Meghan was unkind to her staff. It now seems that Meghan was guilty of nothing more than behaving in a fashion that was deemed too American. Particularly within the royal household, they're very indirect in the way they do things, Anderson told The Insider this week. The kind of plain-spoken, upfront personality, distinctly American approach that Meghan has to getting things done just rubs them the wrong way. According to Anderson, the tension between Meghan and her staff was exploited by the so-called men in grey, who perform much of the royals' dirty work. It was clear to Harry and Meghan that the men in grey were spreading much of the salacious gossip to bolster the reputations of more important members of the family, principally the Cambridges, he writes in his book. In other words, palace officials realized that Meghan's transition into life as a royal wasn't going terribly smoothly, so they decided to get in front of the narrative by claiming that it was all Meghan's fault. Hopefully, she and Harry will recall this incident whenever they begin to wonder if they made a mistake by leaving the UK.